Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Aditya and I welcome you to the Brainstorm Codings. In this video, I will show you how to create a navigation bar using React.js. And this is the navigation bar you will have by the end of this video. So it has the name of the application on the left side and all three navigation items on the right side. It has some hover effects as well. I've added the transitions. So this will be the navigation bar I will show you how to create. And there is also one more thing that I will be uploading the code of this video on my GitHub profile and the link will be in the description box. So make sure you check this out and make sure to subscribe the channel and like the video. So let's get. So first of all, you'll need to create a React project, and for that we'll need to use the command which is npx create React app followed by the name of the app. So in my case it will be navigation bar. I've already created this project, so I don't need to do that again. I'm just showing you how to do it. After entering the command, just hit the enter key. Then you'll have to change the directory. And once you are in that directory, you'll have to start the server. For that, use the npm start command. This will take some time based on your system configuration, so I'll see you when it's done. Okay, so we have our server running, and once the server starts, it will just redirect you to your browser, your default browser, and it will start running on localhost port number 3000. So I've opened the project in VS Code, and I'm going to be starting the server from here instead of running it from my command prompt. So let's open the terminal using the control plus backtick shortcut, or you can use the command plus backtick if you're on macOS. Let's use the command npm start, and it's going to be taking some time. So now our server is running. I don't need all of these tags in the app.js file, so I'm going to be making some changes. Let's add only one tag, which will be the h1 tag, and this will say brainstorm codings, and I don't need the logo as well. So later on I will create some components and import them into app.js file, so that will be done later. For now the h1 tag will be fine. We just need to see the output. So let's save the file and go to the browser. We are now on localhost 3000, and you can see we have our application saying brainstorm codings as we instructed it to do. Now I'm going to create a new folder in the source folder, which will be components, and this components folder will hold the navigation bar.js file, and let's create a functional component here, const navigation bar, and it will return something. For now it will be just a div tag, nothing in there. And let's export this component as well. Export default navigation bar. Now I want our navigation bar to have the name of the application on the left side and all the other tabs on the right side. So I will create the h1 tag, which will hold the name of the application, which will be my app. It's kind of boring, but still it just works out. And I want all the other tabs on the right side, so I will create another div tag and we'll have the other tabs in there. So the first one will be a dashboard, or you can call it as a home page. Then we will have the login page, not h3 tag, I want h2. Okay, then we will have the registration page. All right, now let's import this component into app.js file. And before doing this, make sure that the first letter of the navigation bar component is in uppercase. Change it to uppercase, save the file, go to app.js file, import the navigation bar component. And this is the best thing about VS Code, that it shows the whole component name once you enter a few letters of it, and it will just auto complete the sentence for you as well. Let's import it here below the brainstorm codings navigation bar and make this the self-closing tag. Save it here, and let's go to the browser to see the output. So this is how it looks on the browser. Of course, it's going to be ugly because we have not added any styles yet, but we have the name of the application, which is my app. Then we have all these three tags. So let's go to VS Code again and add some styles. Now let's add some class names to the main div tag. This will be navigation bar. Then we have the second div tag inside it, and this will be top nav right because it's going to be on the right side of the application or the navigation bar. Save this here and also import a new file which is not yet created. This will be in the same folder. It will be called as navigation bar.css. Now let's save this and create this file in the components folder, navigation bar.css, and let's add some styles. So first I'll have to add the styles for navigation bar class. This will be a class, so the period operator. And first property I want to add is the display. It will be flex. The position will be relative. Top will be 0. Left is also 0. Also add some properties to the top nav right class. It will be flex as well. And then it will float on the right side, obviously. Let's save this here and see how it is displayed on the browser. So this is how the application looks now. At least the navigation bar is now horizontal instead of being vertical. So but still we wanted this dashboard, login and registration tabs to be on the right side, and they are on the left side right now, so we'll have to add some more styling to it. I think the justify content property will help us to do that. So let's go to the VS Code and check if it works or not. Okay, so I'm gonna add the justify content property, and its value will be space between, so there will be space between the name of the application and the other tabs. Let's save it and go to the browser. Now these three options are on the right side and the name is on the left side. So this is now how we wanted it to be. Let's add some more styles. Now I want all the items to be aligned to the center, so let's add this property, align items to the center. Let's add some padding as well of 0 and 10%. Then we need to have a box shadow as well, so it will look nice. The box shadow will be for 0, then 2 pixels. I want it to be 8 pixels, and then let's add some RGB property where the first three values will be 0, and the last value will be 0.25. Then I want the Z index to be 10, and let's add some margin to the bottom, which will be, I guess it will be of 25 pixels. Let's save this and let's see how it shows now. Okay, so now this looks nice if you compare it to the previous one, and but still we don't have some margin or some space between these three items, so I think adding the margin will help us. But before that we need to add some classes to these h2 tags that will help us a lot, or we can just give the properties or add some stylings to the h2 tags, so that could help as well. So let's see how. Okay, so now let's add some styles to the h2 tag. I want to have a margin to the right side of it, of every item. So let's add margin right, and it will be of 10 pixels. Let's save it and see how it. Okay, so now we have some space between these three navigation items, and I think still it's not enough. We can add 20 pixels of space or margin. And one more thing, let's add some hover effects as well. Just whenever you hover over it, it has to change the color, its background color and the foreground color. So let's add those. So let's change the margin to 20 pixels first. Then I think the foreground color, whenever it is active, the black color is fine, the background color white is fine. But when we hover over it, I want the background color to be, I think dark slate blue would help. It would look nice. And the color should be white. Okay, and let's add some border radius as well, so it will look nice. Border radius to it, 5 pixels. Okay, let's save this and let's see how it looks. Okay, so I've added the hover effects for it. Let's hover over it and let's see how it looks. Yeah, so it's changing its background and its text color, but still I think we have to add the padding. And let's add some transitions as well. It has to take some time to uh, apply these effects, and it has to be visible to the user as well, so it will look nice. Okay, so let's add the padding of 10 pixels, so 10 pixels of space from all the sides. Then add the transition duration of 0.4 seconds, so it will take 0.4 seconds to apply those styles. And let's change the cursor as well, so whenever we hover over it, it has to be pointer. Okay, let's save this file, go to the browser. Okay, so let's hover over it, and you can see that now it is pretty nice compared to the previous one. We have the styles, and we can see that it is appearing slowly. It's taking 0.4 seconds to apply. Yeah, so now it looks nice, and yeah, I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel. I will appreciate the support, and I'll upload many videos in the upcoming days, so wait for it. And thanks for watching. Thanks.